Hello, 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 you guys! It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my booze? I missed you as always, as usual. You already know what it is. Come on. Yes, I'm so excited for today's reading. A couple quick things. Just remember there is a bunch of juicy info down below, including all my social media, as well as the extended link for this reading, well, after this reading. I do all the zodiac signs in a random order. I make sure everyone is done before I hit reshuffle, rewind, whatever you want to call it. So I always do it for the sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. Today, we are doing it for the amazing Capricorns. What's up, Cappy Cap? Oh man, Cappy Cap's in the house. If you don't know, I always premeditate and shuffle my cards ahead of time. I just like to do some on camera. Okay. Anyways, the beginning message was something about like coming out of your shell. Like I just like before, like as soon as I knew I was doing Capricorn, all I heard in my head was come out of your shell. And I was like, okay, something happening, something happening. All right, let's see what's going on with the overall message with the collective. How are you guys? Jeez Louise, you got a lot going on. Okay, no, I don't want that many cards. Straight and to the point. Thank you. Dream and journey. I really like that. Remember, at the beginning of the reading, I had said, come out of your shell. And you saw that a bunch of cards came out when I was looking for the overall message. And the way that I was just like, no, let me put it back. I just had the feeling like, those aren't the cards. Just put it back. I feel a sense of whatever you are thinking of is your dream. It's the path, the journey you're heading towards is not what it seems. There seems to be a sense of you got too much shit in the basket. You need to evaluate what needs to go and what needs to stay, and then you'll when you're able to sift through what is no longer needed in a sense, you'll be able to choose the one card. Okay. Ooh, wait. Oh, we started, honey. I really like that. Dream and journey. So let's see what else is gonna come up. Such a pretty card. We have here temperance, balance. When you think of, and we also got, I don't know if that was on camera. I can't tell. Sorry. I couldn't tell if that was on camera or not, but I'm pretty sure you heard it shuffling. Anyways, we got the Ten of Swords flipping up. There's going to be an ending, and understand that through change, something has to pass away. Like, it is what it is. One time I heard this, I don't know if it's like a quote or whatever, but they say that everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. And it's just so interesting because it's like everybody wants to change, but they don't want to feel the emotions of actually going through that change, because understand that is you breaking away from the you that you've been for however long you've been that you. Okay, it's not the most easy thing, it's not the most comfortable, so it's going to be a painful thing, but there's going to be this sense of a beautiful harmony that you're going to get out of it. I just really love the way that the fire and the water is just, in the same environment and just flowing, and the water's doing its thing, the fire's doing, like they're together. There's just a balance of a structure. I really, 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 really like that. We have here the Queen of Pentacles, the nurturing card. Understand that when you're going through that situation, the best thing that you can do is to nurture yourself as if you were a mother nurturing a child, a father nurturing a child, okay? Just a parent. And treat yourself in that sense, when you're like, oh man, I thought I was gonna be a lot farther than I was in, let's say, eating healthy. You still did it 2 times out of the 7 days. Congratulate yourself for those 2 times. It's still better than nothing. Like they say, for a habit, if you were to do learn something new and do only 5 minutes a day, you are still going to be so much more closer to obtaining that talent and that knowledge and that skill, because you take the time to put in the practice. But understand, it doesn't take full lengths of how long you're thinking it's going to take for every subject. Some things you can learn a lot faster, and sometimes all you need is 5 minutes. You know what I mean? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the set number is for you. And understand that there doesn't have to be a set number. With you being a fellow earth sign, there's that want of structure and that stability of earth, and really that element. And when you go back to your roots, okay, which is, I always like to think of the element that you are is like your default. You have every single element in you. There's a part of you that's water. There's part of you, with your emotions. There's part of you is fire, with your passion. So like the list goes on. But you always revert back to your natural nature. And I just feel like when you take those qualities of caring and nurture and peace and, just plants and earth and real and list goes on, is when you really tap into who you are, because you learn to be a lot kinder person, because you got to start with yourself. And I'm not saying that you're, out there cussing off every Tom, Dick, and Harry, even though maybe some people are, but I don't think you are. I know a lot of Capricorns, and you're not the type to just do that without any reason. Someone has to do something to you for you to do that. But just understand that when you nurture yourself, you allow yourself a chance to grow, allow yourself a chance to change. Okay, we have this ticking time bomb that is in our head that makes us feel as if that we need to accomplish things a lot sooner than you really need to. And when you get into that emotion, you don't get to really you get frustrated because you can't control what's going to happen. What you need to be able to control is yourself, because once you control yourself, you're going to react perfectly fine to whatever happens in any scenario. And understand, in any scenario you can. It's just the ability to get to that point. Now, I don't want you to become robotic or anything like that, but understand that the more time that you're kinder to yourself, and you baby yourself and you get yourself to that thing, not to the point where you're going to allow yourself to prolong it, just to the point where you're going to allow yourself to grow through it. It's okay if you, say example, were to go study a course and you didn't understand the definition for one word the first time you did it. It's okay. Keep going back, and before you know it, you'll start memorizing, and you can just say it out loud. There's times when I've studied something, I'm like, how the hell am I going to remember this? And believe it or not, you recite it enough, it just stays in your brain. Your brain just knows how to unlock and how to go into it. Guys, it's just 3 cards and we're already going into it. Oh my god, we're already 9 minutes away. Let's see, what is currently blocking my boos? What is blocking them? What is holding them back? What should they work on? Childish. It's the first card that has come out. Foolish. Coming underneath the 10 of Swords. Whew. We got Sellout coming underneath the Nurturing card. So understand that this is a reflection. This is your current nature, and this is what's causing those effects. So here with the child card is whatever makes you not be naturally balanced in your situation, in your day-to-day life, so that you can figure out what is your actual dreams and what is your actual journey, is because something has happened to you that it was either, when you were a kid, or it's something that you've held on for such a long period of time that it's almost like you've had it forever. You had that experience forever. And understand that things can trigger you a lot more than you think it is. Like something that someone said in 5 minutes. Just they said something and it lasted for 5 minutes, can make a huge difference if you allowed it to make a huge difference. But what happens is we're not taught in the beginning of our stages in life, when we're first growing up, of how to handle that, how to not set certain points. But what happens is we're a piece of clay. We get molded and we put in these checkpoints, I like to call them. If you think about it, if you play in games, there's always a checkpoint when you have to check in. And what happens is you check that point in your head for whatever reason. Say that, like I know someone, what happened was, growing up, their teeth was a little, not so pleasantly to look at, as per se. And this particular person said something to them when they were like a kid. Um, and for that reason, any person that looked like them, they could never be around, because they held on to that self-conscious thing about their teeth. So they always covered their mouth and hid their teeth. They always found a way to hide their teeth. But they had that habit, that checkpoint, because of that situation that happened to them when they were younger, from what that person said. And that's how easy something can get put in. Something can happen to a friend. Say a friend gets, cheated on, and, you're like, oh, well, my friend did this and they did that, and I'm not going to give them so much freedom, so I'm going to make sure I'm not like, and then you would set that point. Whatever the scenario is, my point is there's something that you set that you've held on for a long period of time. It brings you a sense of regret, of like, it's been so long, why am I still holding on to it? This is a very interesting card, because there's so many different aspects to it. He has the bottles on the floor, there's a flower, there's a note, there's smoking, the tilted picture frame. There's so much things that's going on, and there's a sense, I feel, of using other entities to distract and to heal, not to heal, sorry, to distract and to, in a sense, it's not really healing, but it's kind of like to avoid the situation. Is kind of like, it's basically like medication. In a sense, you medicate yourself on something, and understand that it doesn't have to be drugs. You could watch shows and movies all day long. You could always be going out with friends. Everyone has their addiction and their fix. And understand that there needs to be a balance in every single category, every single situation. Because you are in regret of not achieving or being who you believe you should be, you don't nurture yourself. The first thing that you do when something happens is you kind of just retaliate in yourself. You put yourself down, like, oh, like I've heard so many times people be like, oh my god, like they'll forget something and something, oh my god, I'm so stupid, like how could I not notice that? You're not stupid, you just didn't notice that. But they're saying that to themselves, and at the end of it, a part of them has now taken on the habit of feeling like they're stupid because they forget things. What I started to do, which is very interesting and it's phenomenal how fast it works, is there's this thing where I used to do where I was just like, oh my god, I'm going to forget my charger. For example, I just said that in my head. I will change right away as soon as I hear I've said that. Right away, I'll be like, I will not forget my charger. I will make sure it's packed. And just changing that sentence, funny enough, you remember it, because you saved that point to remember. You took the time to focus on the positive of a situation, that you are capable of remembering to pack your charger. It's very simple. And and I've done it with so many different things, and it's always worked out. Every time I would go back to do that task, I would remember whatever thing I set, and it's a very cool thing to do. You should try doing it whenever you say that negative thought to yourself. Counter with something positive and set a new checkpoint, a new placement in that situation. Oh, we already at 15 minutes. Okay, to close out the reading, what is the device? Wow. 2 different decks, honey. And you get the same card. In the sense of nurture. Nurturing, nurture. Literally. Plant, environment, earth, loving yourself, oneness, that mother energy, that beauty. Plain and simple, honey. Plain and simple. Listen, 3s for me as a reader, which card's number 3, which is also a major arcana card. So you are going to have, it's a major switch because you have here the temperance card as well, and you have the nurturing card here. So both of these cards are major arcana cards. So when these shifts happen, when you get to the point of, nurturing yourself more, you're gonna have, what's the term? It's like a breakthrough or break. I can't think of the word. But you're gonna have a transformation in that moment, and then you're gonna go through some stuff, and then you're like, oh shoot, and then you're gonna figure out something else, and then you're gonna go through the transformation again. So you do have 2 big switches showing through and really coming up. We have here well-deserved reward. Ooh wee, what a nice way to end up the reading. You're gonna get rewards. You're gonna get what you're looking for. There's a lot of cards here that's letting you know you're going to complete this stage. Whatever course this has gone on, a year, 5 years, 2 months, 2 days, I don't care. Okay, it's not 2 days, but you're going to reap the rewards of it. You're going to get the reward of doing the work towards changing. 3s, all about mind, body, and spirit. Making sure you're filling up each cup, making sure that you're really focusing on balancing, if you were to think of scales, each scenario, mind, body, soul. Okay? Find something you can do at least 5 minutes that is going to help that particular subject, and you'll see a difference in how you are after you just do 5 minutes for each thing. Okay, there's so many different scenarios. Listen, we are going to continue this off into extended. I want to know what's going to happen, after this, reward. What's next? What's good? What is going to happen? Anyways, guys, just remember, keep your head held high. Keep that chin up. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. Deuces.